Good evening, happy peeps. It's your boy David D here again with a weekend review. Not too happy, but I guess for some of us it's going to be a happy experience tonight. For me, it's not that good. I'm very angry. I'm very upset. As you can see, my t-shirt says I have a drinking problem. 2 hands, 1 mouth. That's my problem. So I'm thinking of starting to even drink on a Monday night, and it's not because of Arsenal, it's because of VAR. Let's get right into it. I'll start with my first guest, somebody who's smiling for once, actually, the familiar face, but he's in a much jollier mood, I'd imagine. Dale, big man, how you doing, brother?
Hey, David boy, I'm doing very well. Thank you, my man. How are you doing?
I'm good. Much better for seeing you, my G. Much better. How was your weekend?
As you can see, I'm refreshed. Happy to be on the show. Very, very good weekend for me. Finally, I could end the weekend with a smile. But yeah, how was your weekend?
I've had better weekends, to be honest. Better weekends, to be honest. Same old shit, different day. Moaning about VAR, moaning about Arsenal. But we'll get into it. Tell me, what did you make of United? Much happier considering your last performance against Spurs. You fired back nicely with a 4-goal onslaught at the time.
Yes, sir. I would say that it's the score line. I'm very impressed with the score line. We needed that 4 goals. A lovely response from Manchester United. I was a bit worried, when we went with the own goal in the first half. I was thinking like, oh no, not again. Where that happened with Newcastle last season. It wasn't an own goal, but we went 1-0 behind. It happened the season before. Fortunately, we came back with a Pogba brilliance. But yeah, it was a brilliant performance. I'm happy for Harry Maguire. He got the goal in, something that we expected of him to happen all of last season, set piece goal. So a lovely towering really there from the fridge. And also just a all-out performance. Bruno Fernandes missing a penalty. I knew he was going to miss it. You don't change your run-up. You don't change your style, my man.
Yeah.
As soon as you change something that's working, it's going to break. So he changed his style. Poor penalty. I think any goalkeeper would have saved it. I'm pretty sure I would have saved it. And yeah, Wan-Bissaka, the spider one on the scoreboard.
Yeah,
so brilliant performance
Spider-Man
all
getting a
around.
goal.
Marcus Rashford from giving food to the homeless to getting his name back on the scoring line. That's very brilliant. But star performance from the special one. Star performance. Davey, I've been saying this week in, week out. We are no longer counter-attacking team. We don't need pace. We don't need pace, pardon me. We need creativity. And that's what we got from the special one. Masterclass there from someone in the comment box. Brilliant performance. I'm hoping to see him again. It's not going to be a once-off thing, but if we can see him week in, week out, if we can just be consistent in the starting, Davey, we'll see something in Manchester United's middle in the midfield, as well as Donny van der Beek. Let's not forget that youngster coming on once again, changing things around. But yeah, we have a lot to talk about. So I'm happy with United's performance, and yeah, let's see what the other guys have to say.
I'm glad, man. I'm glad. Now we'll dissect it. So I'm gonna bring on 2 guys who I hope it's not. I'm in a ranting mood tonight. Fabo, how's it going, brother?
All good, boys.
All good. How was your weekend? I know we watched the game together. We were both very quiet after the game. We didn't say anything to one another. Hopefully, we'll probably have more to discuss now that it has settled in as well. But what would you make of our performance or lack of performance on Saturday?
Look, people's really trying to go on, really say, no, Arteta this, Arteta that. But people are still forgetting this is Arteta's first real chance at the head. I think what made it worse for us was the fact that we actually got silverware, which kind of brought that hunger for all Arsenal fans that we are supposed to be winning every single game. Doesn't matter who we up against, we are technically supposed to be winning as people. But people start to take this into account. This is the Pips, this is the flops who have got the end product already with this squad. So look at it the seasons before as well. In the first 20 minutes, we would have been 3-0 down already. But with this Arsenal side, we were actually in the game the whole entire time. We missed our chances, which it happens. Look at
True.
the pool chance with Lacazette. Same thing now with Aubameyang when he had that supposed offside chance, which I still said he should have finished it and it barbered the
Mm.
decision. But again, coulda, shoulda, woulda, lot of chances that could have gone a whole different way for us. So
Yeah, I
look,
know.
I'm still very hopeful. What Arteta's bringing to the table, it's a lot to talk about. It's a lot to look forward to. Is he going to get the team selection wrong? Hands down, he is. He's still
Exactly.
experimenting with the squad. He does not have his first 11. Okay, we know already. You guys are already going to start playing. He's not in a club phase yet of his Arsenal time. So it's a lot
I'll
of
give you guys
talking.
tips on how to beat Manchester City. I'll give you guys tips.
Oh, hey, the man is chirpy after the win. I like this deal, man.
I'd rather not say anything. I'd rather not say anything. But yeah, I
Just let
couldn't
me know.
agree with you more.
I'll send you a few. I'll send a few tips in the DM there, Fabo. How to beat Pep 3 times in one season.
I couldn't agree with you more, Fabo. I think he got his squad selection wrong. I mean, we'll dissect it later as time goes on. But let us just bring our final, or our second last guest. I don't know where our last guest went to, but he'll be back. Davinno, how's it
What's
going,
up,
brother? You
David?
look
What's
very,
up,
very
guys?
angry.
My friend, I am frustrated to the core. Little bit of mixed emotions. Because in terms of the performance, I think it's a good response, and I think the team did brilliant. But at the same time, it feels like we're going for a test drive, but we can't really buy the car. Or we're watching the trailer of a movie, but we're not really getting to watch the movie because we see now how we play with Thiago against Chelsea and now again against Everton. That's what we want to see, and it's good football, and this is what we want week in and week out. But there's constant, either it's COVID that's keeping us behind, or the injuries now that has come up. It was a wild game on Saturday, but very frustrating. In terms of the performance, from the back into the midfield, up front, the guys is back. I'm glad that we could actually show a response like that, because that's the type of football we expect from the Premier League champions. But I'm just really gutted for the loss of Van Dijk.
Oh, Van Dijk. No, it's actually what I want to come into before. I actually want to start with you, Davinno, but allow us just to welcome Brendan. He's back on, he's alive, he's kicking.
What's up, Brendan?
How are we, Brendan? Are you well? How are you feeling?
I've been better, been worse. Can't complain. The show must go on.
The man started walking horses all day. The man started from breeding them stallions.
Yeah, let's get on to it, Devin. Give me your summary of the game. What did you make? I'll start first and foremost with my first banner, which I actually made. I found out banners. I can do banners on StreamYard. Is it now Everton? So I'll start with, you guys started like a house on fire. Got the goal, and then there was the penalty appeal. I'll start with that one first. What did you make of that? And then also the disallowed goal, which really irked me. I don't know how they could give that as not the goal. But again, what did you make of it? And then just the other lessons to jump in as well.
Yeah. With Van Dijk, they say that he was in an offside position, but it's actually his arm that was behind Calvin Lewin's foot. So there's something in the rule book that states that you have it should be like it's either your whole body that's in the offside position, but your arms can't really be in the offside position. So I don't know where the refs they can't. It's for the best league in the world, but they can't seem to get the rules right. And we have VAR to pick these things up. Still, how they're drawing the lines is beyond me. So first of all, that offside of Van Dijk is not really offside, and the tackle that Pickford made on Van Dijk, it was reckless. It was reckless and uncalled for. And the sad part is that the VAR ref, okay, I could understand maybe the ref on the field couldn't see it, how the linesman couldn't see it, and VAR ref is apparently the same ref that didn't see Divock Origi got tackled the time when Rashford scored against us at Old Trafford. But I'm not going to go there. He was the same VAR. This was the same ref that was at the VAR ref. But that was really frustrating that they couldn't pick that thing up. But wow, I feel over the performance was brilliant. But I would have rather take that defeat and have Van Dijk in my team for the next 10 games than not have him in my team and still, and get that win now. But yeah, it's really sad. And then the Mane offside. Devin, I was running in the main road celebrating. I was celebrating. we went crazy here in this place. Only for them to cancel out the goal. It was really frustrating. I don't know when they're gonna get this thing right. I read somebody said they're gonna cancel their subscription with Sky until they scrap VAR. And I'm actually afraid of VAR. It's just that the refs that is watching these things or that should make the call is not using it properly. And Louis Garcia is actually also saying that he wants an ex-player to be there with them in the room where they make these calls. So yeah, it's very frustrating.
Spot on. Brendan,
Yeah,
what did you make
somebody
of
made
it?
a comment. I heard somebody make a comment. For all these big games, you wanted your best referee on the field. Now you actually don't want him there anymore. You actually want the best referee at Stockley Park to make those VAR calls. Because the way they are applying the law is shocking. Timo Werner scored a goal, Jorginho's ball. Timo Werner came off his arm, but because he's wearing the skins, you can't see where his sleeve is.
Yeah.
He's allowed to go. There's just no consistency. They must do away with this thing until we can paint them all with the same brush. There's no consistency.
Yeah. Devin, just to add also that we should be talking about or mesmerizing about the brilliance of Rodriguez and Thiago, how they won that day. And and just how brilliant these guys are. But here we're talking about VAR, the small things of the game. Unnecessary. But really, other than that, if we can take out the diamonds of the game, then really, I think the Premier League is lucky to have two players like that can really spark something, But yeah. Yeah.
Dale, you've always said it many a times before on the spot where you've said like, look, the issue is not the VAR itself, it's the consistency is all that we want, and it's the fools behind the tools. At what point do you think now is the time that they need to get this right, Dale? Do you think that now, the same way that players need to get, do you think referees need to be also brushed under the same carpet, if you could put it that way, where they also get sanctions or sent down maybe to League One, because that type of thing? Because I mean, we've seen now already that Jordan Pickford, I'm asking you this because you're an England fan yourself, we've seen Jordan Pickford be reckless and rash and that type of thing. But here we have a player that's now out for Liverpool, which could derail their title challenge. I mean, any team that will have the best defender in the world missing is going to feel the pitch as well. But now Jordan Pickford's season continues, and now Van Dijk is out for Liverpool.
Yeah, David, I must say at the beginning of the season when that call was given with the whole Takaya situation and the 1 foot off with both feet, it's like less than a centimeter high, off the white line. All I want for the Premier League and for football is that there can be consistency when it comes to VAR. I always said it's an IBM issue. It's an idiot behind machine. And for me it's like it's not what is our famous referee called Gallagher, what's his name,
Dermot Gallagher.
Yeah, he breaks it down, and you can see that man's face that he still doesn't want to say the ref got it wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I was telling you the same thing.
It's a conglomerate of referees where they look at it's like they can't be touched, and like I said, if you say one ref is wrong, it opens up a chain of questions for other games. So we'll never get the committee or anybody to say, okay, the ref was wrong in that case, because if you get called to that TV, how many minutes? They give you a couple of seconds, maybe like a minute or two, to look at this and say, like I'm looking at you now, Devin, I can see, okay, there's a TV playing, you got post in the background, you know what I'm saying? I can see what's happening, but still they're getting it wrong. So who has, as far as I know, and as my understanding goes, there's only one person that can overrule everything on the pitch, and that is the man with the whistle. You know what I'm saying? So whether we rely on VAR, VAR gets it right, but they don't get it right. So the inconsistency is still there, my man. And the sad part is, although I want the ref to be punished as much as the player gets punished, is that they won't get punished. They will not get punished. We've seen it for years to come. VAR is not just something that maybe took our minds off what happened from going years back, but they don't get it right. We see VAR, or we see the what do they call it in rugby? Something going up to the box or whatever. They get it right, my man.
They get it right in other sports, exactly.
Things that are more tougher than to what we see, they get it completely right. So maybe scrap VAR and start scratch, or maybe or maybe get someone like what someone said, an ex-player to be up there. Like someone as honest as a Ledley King, or those type of guys that can be there, and those guys make the call. But my man, even Gallagher can't even say the refs got it wrong. So who else can prove that the refs got it wrong on the day?
Exactly. I have to agree. I just put the question up on the screen. Fabo, do you think VVD's absence will affect Liverpool like it did with City and Laporta? And then just when you're done there, Devin, I want to ask you, who do you now bring in after that? Because are you going to now go with Joe Gomez and Joel Matip, or are you maybe going to drop Fabinho in there next to who, but the partnership, that type of thing? Because like I said, Van Dijk is going to be a Sorry?
Just before you go on, Fabo, I didn't answer the question on the Pickford and Van Dijk situation. Pickford, what I read earlier on, Pickford was found not guilty for the tackle. And the reason why, although it's reckless, the goalkeeper in the 6-yard box has the freedom to go in for a tackle, no matter how aggressive it looks or anything. If you're in a 6-yard box, you can go in for the tackle because the ref will be rather lenient to the goalkeeper than to any player going towards the goalkeeper. So that's a rule maybe they need to look at also, because I can go in with my feet when I'm in the 6-yard box. I can go with my feet flying, but nothing will happen to me because I'm protecting myself and the ball. But what happens now in a case like this, whereas he now injured a player, not just 2 weeks, 3 weeks, but is looking up to 7, 8 months. So that rule for remember, goalkeeper outside the D or outside the box doesn't have any ruling that will go for him. But as long as in the 6-yard box, he can kind of like do some type of tackle that can protect himself. And that's a rule that's maybe going to count against. And look, it happened now, which is probably once in a million that got someone injured. But that's a very sad ruling for me.
Yeah, true. Fabo?
Just also following on Dell's also with regards to the whole goalkeeper situation. We've seen like so many times where like when you're in your area, because you always train from the goalkeeper coaches and from the head coaches as well, make this your area. So as a result, you'll do anything to protect your area. We've seen plenty times where the goalkeepers will go up and then one knee will come up with him. They don't care who's with him there, that knee is going to go up with him. Because they know the minute a player comes against them, even the slightest contact is one of two things. I'm either going to go down, they're automatically going to give me the foul. Mostly because of what happened with Peter Cech. Ever since that Peter Cech moment, refs have always covered the goalkeeper. Or number two, if you do go against me, you're going to get hurt because my knee is already up against you. So no matter what, they're always going to favor the goalkeeper, like Del said, in his area. Are they going to have a look at it? Yeah. Questions, are they going to somehow tweak it a bit? They're going to start bringing them certain little terms in and say certain words that you can't have your foot facing up towards a player. It's an unfortunate thing, like you also said. Nobody ever wants to see that. Look, for Liverpool, it's going to be a massive thing. It's the same like what's saying you're losing your best player, really, that he's been sorting out the leaks in Liverpool. Liverpool's had a defensive issue since before Van Dijk was there. Now you're taking him out again out of this situation, and you don't know what to expect. A lot of the team also of Liverpool's defense is also built around Van Dijk. So now Klopp has to rewrite the whole entire thing. What makes it even worse for them is it's the worst possible timing for this to happen for them. The only place they can go to now is only to the League One. Because I think the League One is still available to buy players, or is that market also closed?
I don't know.
Friday closed.
They closed on
Yeah,
Friday.
on Friday.
Friday, yeah.
Didn't Dungus get bought now? Welbeck? On the Friday.
Yes,
You're
right, yes.
his contract, yes, he went must now to the League One also. So for me, look, it's a massive blow. You can't tell me, like, as a supporter, like as an actual person, you say, look, I feel sorry for Paul for losing Van Dijk. But let's be honest, every single supporter outside of Liverpool is saying, good shot, Van Dijk is not there. Because let's be honest, that man was the steal over there.
It throws everything open here.
Sy moet sit teen De Bruyne.
Yeah. Same concept again. You have that one talisman that kind of makes the whole team click. Take them out to the equation. You have to ask, is there really a plan B? This is going to be the perfect
taken away from Maguire.
Yeah.
We'll come on to the pitch now, and I don't know what Devin, you were saying?
Yeah. Look, Devin, for me, if Gomez can say Shazam and then he's Virgil van Dijk, that would be brilliant. But that thing's only happen in the movies, man.
True.
I think he could have done better with that second goal with Calvert-Lewin. If he was more closer to Calvert-Lewin, he could have done better. But I wasn't too unhappy about his performance on Saturday. I think he did well. And Matip also did well on Saturday. We really missed him. How they perform together, we're gonna have to see in the games that's coming. But they really need to step up. If there was ever a time they need to step up, it's now. Because we can't make excuses and say Van Dijk is there now. We can't. A lot of people is writing us off already to say City's now already the front runners to win the league. They're writing us off. They say we can't win the league anymore because of Van Dijk. This is the first time since January 2018 that we'll be without either Van Dijk or Ellison. So it's gonna be something new for us. But I think the Mr. Timmett always used to say the team that scores the most goals is declared the winner. If our front three can show up, and if we can outscore our opponents, that's gonna be the main thing now that we're gonna have to depend on. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man.
No, I agree with you. I think we can all agree in this stream that it is one thing that most of the teams have in common now is that all have defensive issues, and it's now down to who's going to score the most goals. I mean, Villa, besides Villa, which now only conceded 2 goals since the season has started, but I mean, Chelsea have their issues, United have their issues, Arsenal have their issues, but yeah, it's going to be exciting. Pizza, are you with us now?
Hey man, I'm having some technical difficulties. I'm having some technical difficulties. I'm having some technical difficulties.
Man is checking on his horses and
leaving from pillar to post. No, that's not here. No horses here. I'm having some technical difficulties. Forgive me.
Look, we can hear you clearly. I just want to pose a question to you. Yes, you can say there's a new Arsenal, but the fact of the matter is this now. We're still 29 games without the win against the Big Six rival. Is it same old Arsenal? I don't. I've Crystal Palace have more wins against the Big Six than us. I don't want to be devil's advocate, whichever I am. I'd be lying to you if I said I wasn't pissed off by what happened on Saturday and the way it ended. Yes, like Fabo said, we did stay in the game longer, but for me, there's never a good time to play City, but I think this was a good time to play them given the fact that De Bruyne was out, Kun Aguero just came back. But I mean, why is your manager not starting Thomas Partey number 1 when Lucas Torreira played for Atletico Madrid, Ruben Diaz went straight in for Man City? And why is your manager still persisting with the Spanish Justin Hoyt, who seems to be his cousin, when Ainsley Maitland-Niles is on the bench? I'll give you time to explain.
Listen, when we beat Liverpool, when we beat City, Hector did start at right back or right back. Ainsley Maitland-Niles played on the left-hand side, Tierney and Aubameyang. What I don't like though is it will be a counter-attacking side. Like Dale was saying previously, they being Man United are no longer a counter-attacking side, so they don't need pace. So they want the ball, and you can play your Bruno, you can play your Juan Mata and stuff like that. We, playing Man City, are not going to have most of the ball, right? So we give up ball possession. The thing is, when you turn over the ball, counter with pace, this sideways slow ball must have 25 touches in the middle of the park before we want to penetrate. That is irritating. That much is irritating. Now, when we got there, we didn't take our chances, and you take those chances, it's a different game. But when we went to Anfield last season, under Unai Emery, we played two strikers, Pepe and Aubameyang. We gave up the flanks and we invited them because we were going to deal with those crosses. There also, we didn't take our chances. Now, if you're going to set up counter-attacking wise, I think that's how we should set up. When you counter with pace. Now, when you turn the ball over, against City, all I saw was us trying to contain, stay in the game, and then hopefully our front three will do something. We didn't do anything. We never looked like threatening. And the only player who did look like he was going to score was our left wing back, Bukayo Saka. It's so underwhelming. I wasn't impressed. I was actually irritated just watching. But not much I can do. I'm going to give him a few weeks. Once all these new players have dealt, once they're all playing our way, the way he wants to play, then we can get a more accurate assessment. But now, it's much.
Yeah, I've got the gist of what you were saying. You were sounding a bit like a alien there, but I got a bit what you're saying.
Man was sounding like a
Fabo,
transformer there.
Brendan mentioned the front three. But I got the gist of what you were saying. Brendan mentioned the front three. What did you make of initially when we saw the lineup, we saw Aubameyang through the middle and Pepe and Willian on the wings. But in the end, we saw Willian playing in a false nine. And even now, is Pepe's form starting to worry you at this time now?
I'm starting to hear you, man. I can hear you said something about a front three and the form.
Yo, man is sounding like Transformers here.
Who, me?
Man is going into the Matrix here.
Brendan.
Okay,
Brendan,
can I
Fabo,
answer
did you hear
that
what I
one?
asked? Sure.
Okay, let me go for it until Pizza sorts out his technical issues. Look, he was screaming for
I heard that.
We were screaming for Aubameyang to go through the middle. Now, before we also bought Willian, when we did buy Willian, there was talks that he's gonna be our new creative midfielder. So I think that's how Arteta set him up, where he's gonna be a more like the false nine as what he was supposed to play as. But I still think that we didn't get it right. We should have gone with Aubameyang through the middle, Pepe and Willian out on the flanks. We kind of really wasted Aubameyang out wide for me on Saturday. I think he probably got like 8 touches. Yes, he did. Like around the 70th or therearound minute, they said he had probably like around 8 touches on the ball. For a striker to have 8 touches so late in the game already, that is a worrying stat. With regards to our setup, I agree with what Biza also said. Whenever we had the ball, we were supposed to play that quick counter attack. The minute that ball landed on Xhaka, we automatically knew us going backwards again. And I was losing my shit already. Like, we can do quick passes. I mean, Xhaka's known for that quarterback passes. And you have a front three that's just based on speed. Hell, in the old FIFAs, you just needed that front three and you just triangle and threw the ball over. You already knew it's goal because you already knew that formation. But what do? We get the ball, we look, we pass back, then we restart all over again. In that time, our whole entire City defense already came back. So you can't even say it's counter-attack in football. What was that really out of our game plan? We only really saw some bit of a oomph as when Thomas came on. We saw that hunger in midfield, that destroyer. So why did we waste it even? With regards to the Pepe thing, I'm not lying. I am starting to worry now. I would have honestly thought by now he would have adapted a bit more to the Prem. Because as we all said, he needed time to adapt into the Prem. So I know it's only been like, 6 games into the season, but we still haven't seen anything really to say, okay, no, this is going to be Pepe's season. But again, could we blame it on the formation that we're playing? Could we build around that the type of football we're now playing doesn't complement Pepe now? So, yeah, I have to say I am slightly a bit worried now. Gents?
I hear you, baby.
Oh, sorry, man. No, it would have just been froze mode now.
Yeah, no, I share your sentiments. But hey, again, same old Arsenal.
What do you?
Sorry.
Yeah. What do you guys make of the Aguero and the
I come into
linesman?
somebody who's now in a more positive mode. You were saying, Devin?
Sorry, David. Man, what do you make of the Aguero and the
It's just
linesman?
a little. Hey. I think the fact that she's a female, people also make it a bit of a more of a big thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, I don't read too much into that, man. I don't read too much into that.
Oh.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's just them trying to make something out of nothing. Look, I know you can't touch a referee, yeah, but I think they're making too much of it. I think he did it more out of instinct.
They've always wanted to They've always wanted to make something out of that because since she's been a linesman, they always brought it up, like our female started to be like with around males and stuff. So now there was that small incident and they went ballistic with that. They milked it, bruh. So there's nothing in it, like there's literally like Aguero's a nice guy. Although I can give you a red card, but
you could see him also smile also there at it as well. He smiled literally at the end. He smiled at that and he went on. But again, the media's gonna blow it up and just so that little snip, almost like wings, like almost like angry at he wants to grab it. But just the media trying to do the most out of it.
But also like if you're in a male, not a male sport, but I mean if you're officiating with men around, even they're gonna shout at you. You're the linesman, like whether you're male, female, or whatever you are, they're gonna shout at you. Not saying that they hate you, whatever. It's frustration. If it does come out whether they hate you or whatever, then it's a different thing. But I mean, we're talking about the Aguero, you can't. It's they're milking it. They're taking away the fun of the game or the love of the game.
Yeah,
they're making it too political now, man. That's the whole entire thing.
Yeah.
Football used to be just about having fun, kicking the ball around. Now it's all about politics. Where you have someone
I mean, let's
a week and he just make the starting 11.
Yeah, let's not take away the fact that Arsenal lost against City. Don't deflect and talk about Aguero. Let's focus on Arsenal that lost.
I'll tell you one thing.
Posting.
I'll tell you one thing.
I got my man David D posting. You know what I love about Devin, guys? I love this about Devin. Man posts 7 videos, and this man takes time, my man. I can't even find it about United. Man will post 7 videos. Oh, we beat City. We're gonna do it again. But Sunday afternoon, all that videos is deleted. Everything is gone.
It's a new day.
His posts only last for 24 hours.
Exactly.
Now the posts are done. It's a WhatsApp
tells you video will be deleted after 24 hours. Man deleted that video in 8 hours.
That's a new day. You can't cover the previous day into the new day, my man. What I will say, what you talked about the game was the penalty appeal of Gabriel. That rubbed me up the wrong way also, but I don't know. Was just for certain teams like United, the VAR guy works. Like, I mean, look at the penalty that you guys even got. And then for certain teams, the VAR just doesn't work. We just one of those teams.
It's true. That's inconsistency, man. Because I mean, the way they did it at United, that's the way you want it to be done. Go to the screen, go see what's happening, and when they see what's happening, they'll know what decision to make. So, yeah.
Yeah, true. It's just one of those things.
Can I just quickly add on what Devin said also there? Now, we've seen it in other leagues where if a call isn't like a VAR official can't make like a formal call, you always tell the ref, go to the screens. Then you make the call. Because the VAR is there just to assist the referee. But in the Prem, we've seen it where the VAR is the ref. Where the VAR will overrule a referee's decision. The ref will say, no, it's this, it's done. VAR will just tell him something in the ear. Look here, no, I don't think this. Ref will so much change his mind. It's like I said, okay, look here, no, it's red card or it's the goal doesn't stand. He doesn't go to the screens. He just takes whatever comment is given to him in the ear and is told, this is the decision, done. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, like, look. If you go back to March with United's call against Paris, which we're probably going to beat tomorrow night again. But to that call that was made then, that wasn't that. If you look back at that call, ref didn't see that, right? But then VAR pulled that one back.
Yeah.
Go to the call of Lindelof in the penalty in the beginning of the season. Ref didn't see that VAR call then. So it shows there's a cycle that shows that, like I said, the man with the whistle is supposed to have power on the field, but it doesn't seem that way. So the inconsistency is like, was there ever the guidelines that was given to say like, okay, this is what happens in the call? Because like Davin said, last year with the foul on Origi, VAR is supposed to call that back before the goal was scored. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because it's not like, hey, they get the notification, hey, tackle mate, let's check it out. They're supposed to be watching the game, but they don't. So for me, it's like, who's in charge here, VAR or the referee? Because it just doesn't seem right to me.
Yeah, just also following until also, I can't remember what game it was still, where it was still a big controversy. There was a foul in the box. The ref says, play on. It's not a foul. Those people counter. Those people score.
Brighton.
Then VAR kicks in and says, go back to that foul over there.
Wasn't a Brighton game, I think.
I'm cancelling your goal. I'm giving that people a penalty.
Yes. That was last season, right?
That was last season, yeah. I remember that.
Yes,
I think it was
last season. I remember that game, yeah. I remember that game, yeah.
So then, how do you say something like that? I mean, the ref was technically waiting for that ball to go out, and so he can make his call. So then,
look at this example. Do you know how long it takes for the ball to go out? Now, let's just say we do have a penalty call. 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes goes by. The ball is still in play. The opponent score, maybe let's say after 6 minutes. Are they going to go way back to that call and actually give the penalty? Let's just say it was a penalty.
No, wait. You're talking about that also. There was a similar decision, right? Well, after the restart. I think it was for you guys or was for Pool. Where
it was for United.
For United, yes.
Greenwood, where the ball went out.
Yes, but then you guys scored from that. Then the VAR call was because that happened so long ago, I think like 2 minutes ago before that, therefore the VAR call won't be applicable and the goal has to stand.
Yeah.
I didn't see that. When did it happen?
It was Greenwood when the ball went out of play, but he got it too quick for the linesman to see. And then he came in, but they said they were looking at it in phases because he was on the right-hand side. He played it all over, and then the ball eventually went to Luke Shaw, and then Luke Shaw crossed it in.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure who scored. I think it was Fernandes. I'm not sure. But then they said it's because the phase it was the third or fourth phase already of the game. That's why VAR couldn't go that far back.
Yes.
Was that United and Brighton game of last season?
Yes,
Yeah,
United
I
and
think I
Brighton.
know you won
That
that game like 4-0 or 4-1 or
Greenwood
something
crossing
like
the
that.
ball in and Fernandes scoring. Was it that game?
Yes,
Counter, yeah.
yes.
Okay, yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember.
So now you see what I mean. There's too many inconsistencies. Because at times you'll even see players that will they'll do that tactical foul just so the ball can stop and guard the play
Yeah,
so the ball can go to
yeah,
VAR. But in
yeah.
doing so, the ref also gives you a yellow card for doing that as well. So it's a flawed system, no matter how you look at it.
Yeah,
We have,
true.
like you said
Yeah.
now, with the whole Greenwood situation, VAR said it's too far. But the season before that, they said that because of that whole counter situation that people scoring, it's a different situation. No, the goal must stand. And then something had to be reversed and given a penalty again. So there's way too many inconsistency with this VAR.
Yeah, true. This is not the first show we've had about with VAR, and we're not gonna won't be the last. But I'm tired of speaking about VAR. Big man, I'll come on to you. I'll come on to you. You got no Maguire for tomorrow night. Bruno for MUFC captain.
Bruno for MAFC captain. Why not? Why not? There's nothing that stops him from being captain tomorrow. We've shown that we don't care who's there the longest or who has maturity in the team. So why not, my man?
Yeah.
I think when it comes to Bruno, he's proven that that man he plays for 90 minutes. He missed a penalty, he picked himself up from it, and he scored a nice
That was a
bender
brilliant goal. him.
on Saturday.
That
So
whole
for me, it's
build-up
like,
was nice.
yeah, for me, it's like I need to go according to the way Manchester United thinks, not what actually is our culture, and allowing that person to be like who's there the longest. It's always been like that. I would have given it to Dyer. I'm not too sure if Dyer is going to start tomorrow. I have a good feeling that Dean Henderson's going to start tomorrow, but I think I'll give it to who asked that question?
No. That's in the banners. It's one of the banners.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So whoever asked that question, I think I'll go for Bruno tomorrow.
Dale, what do you think? What do you think? Don't you think Steve Bruce should have taken off the keeper? Seeing that he was injured, I think that threw a spanner in the works there.
Yeah. But you see, the thing is now with keepers, now is that with a keeper, that man was making saves. Darlow was
Yeah, he
making
was.
saves left, right, and
Yeah,
center.
he
You
was.
know what I'm saying? So to bring on cold hands was he gonna make the same saves or was it actually gonna be more goals? So for me, it was like, as long as you look at not Nick Pope, Zlatan's performance against Burnley. What's his name? The keeper. We made like 25 saves.
I know what you're talking about.
That big guy. He's that big goalkeeper. It's made him so big.
No man, he's quite old in the business. We all know him very well. He still injured his arm while Zlatan took it off.
Yeah.
On him.
What the hell is
Okay,
his name?
we'll get to his name. It will probably come to mind. But like I said, for a goalkeeper, once your hands are warm, man, and once you're making saves like that, it's very difficult to take a goalkeeper off. But if it was, you can't also injure yourself for the next game. So David, I don't know if it would have changed the thing because that was goals that I don't think any goalkeeper would have saved. It was top right, it was top left, it was under the goalkeeper. So for me, it was probably a goalkeeper decision to say listen, I'm going to stay on. But I just one of those games where that keeper was on fire. I applauded him for staying on. Because nowadays we have keepers that goes off immediately. I applaud him for staying on, but I think it was a good choice for him to stay on.
Yeah, nice. Then our last topic before we get to our third last topic before we get to flop of the week, star of the week, and just want to do a short European roundup. How about Lanzini goal of the season so far?
Sweet.
I enjoyed that. Whenever I'm having a bad weekend, you can always count on Tottenham Hotspur. It just makes it so much better. When Lanzini banged that one in, I ran from the lounge. I ran to the room to get my phone. I ran around the house like a West.
True story.
I was enjoying that one.
Yeah.
You know, no, you know that goal reminded me of a Michael Essien Chelsea versus Arsenal
Ah, come
2000.
on.
No, wait. No, I'm not giving banter towards Arsenal. It just
No, but I know what
reminded
you
me
mean.
of that yellow and purple night ball, catching it on the valve, and the ball just going top bins, my man. Top bins. That goal, and what made Lanzini's more sweeter was that there was a tackle was about to happen. You know what I'm saying? And the man didn't. You know, people are worried
He
about the
just went
shin
for
or
it.
a tackle going,
Mm.
and that man went straight through, body over the ball, through the laces,
Through the.
on the sweet spot, and beautiful, beautiful. Goal of the season. The season didn't even start properly, but goal of the season.
Devin, what
You
did you make of
definitely
the
have goal
game?
of the month. Let's be honest.
Yeah. Devin, what did you
That is
make of the
That's
game? I wish Pascal was here because Pascal did tip Spurs as a surprise of the season, but I mean they started like a house on fire.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you're
3-0
thinking,
half
okay,
time.
I
you're
was.
thinking, okay, Kane and Son and everyone is firing. Bale must still come on. Bale
Yeah.
eventually does come on when it's 3-0 and then they end up drawing the game. Bale even had a chance. What did you make of it?
David, I'm not gonna lie to you. At first, I was like, "Whoa, United! They first beat United 6-1, and now they're leading 3-0 at halftime." But it's a derby; you can expect anything, you know. And I had a sneaky suspicion West Ham was gonna make that comeback. I went to do something else. Halftime then. I put the TV back on. It was 3-2, and then I was like, "No, I have to watch this." And then when Bell came on, I was like, "Whoa!" And he had a good chance. He couldn't do anything. And then that you knew always when you have that only that one goal advantage, there's always that moment that you can concede, you know. And I took that last minute. There's no better way to end the game than that last minute finish, you know. And it was brilliant.
Yeah. Nah, it was also.
Guys,
But,
we've been watching footy now for a very long time, so other people they won't understand why I laugh so much about the Bale situation. Remember when Bale was number 3 for Tottenham, and the
He couldn't
results
get a
was just
victory.
going against. It was just going. The result was going against Tottenham
Yeah, I
left, right,
remember.
and center, and they were saying Bale was the curse at Tottenham.
Yeah.
And now I'm
Yes.
telling people like the curse has
Worst
returned.
signing
You
ever.
know, he's returned, and people are thinking Bale now. How can you say that? Do you guys remember?
I remember that time. They didn't win a game for
I
like
think it's starting.
whenever he played.
It's starting again, my man, because I was laughing when I saw Bell was on, and I'm like, my man, 3-0 up, and then poof 3-3. I'm like, Bell, it's your fault, bruh.
KG, but he didn't play well when he came on. He was catching on the yellow rubbish. Did you see?
He was. He was.
He looked huffing and puffing. He was all
That's
over the place.
That's the rust. Let's be
Man,
honest.
man was looking good in training, all lean and mean, but when he came on, my man, Bell just doesn't look right in the number 9 shirt. I'm sorry.
Nah, for real. For real, it doesn't. Fabo, should we do star of the week first and then flop of the week, or flop of the week and then star of the week?
Let's go flop and then stop.
Flop, I'm going to go Spurs. Who are you going with?
Hands down. Hands down, I have to agree there. Flop of the week, obvious reasons. Like we said, it's going to be Spurs. Star of the week, same game. I had to give it to Lanzini.
Okay, not bad. Davinno?
Flop of the week, David Coote. He's the VAR ref on Saturday for the Merseyside Derby. And the star of the week, I'm going to give it to Martinez, Villa, goalkeeper.
Yeah.
That guy's been brilliant. He's been brilliant. And I think he's the one that's saving. I don't know if the team's just making him look good or what, but you can see that guy's the real deal, young. And I think Villa's lucky to have him.
We're lucky to have him as a goalkeeper, young. Mine was from Martinez, star, and Spurs flop. Big man.
I got 2 flops and I got 2 stars of the weekend. Mine is Tottenham and Chelsea. Let's not forget Chelsea also throw away against.
I don't like to talk about somebody's team when they're not on the pod, man.
But still, he's going to watch this. He's going to watch this. We have to remind
He'll
him.
be on the weekend because we're gonna have a preview show. You play Chelsea the weekend, so he's assured me he will be on the United Chelsea pod.
I have 99 problems, but playing Chelsea ain't one.
Wee.
That is my easy 3 points. But yeah, like I said, it was Chelsea and then Tottenham and then Lanzini. And I'd go for the Everton performance.
The what
What
performance?
draw?
Everton. James Rodriguez.
Sure.
Oh,
That's okay.
And I'm gonna tell you why I say that. I'm gonna tell you why I say that. It's because I said it at the beginning of this when we started this podcast for the new season. I said Everton and James Rodriguez. And my quote is still in podcast number 1. Watch this team. Wasn't the best performance, but my man, we are on the log. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true.
We are on the
Yeah,
log. We're
only
playing some
because
decent
of
rugby.
VAR.
We were spoiled.
But I don't
with
even want to
VAR.
go there. I don't want to go there. But you know, Dale, they were Tuesday. This was probably the first time that I felt that Everton is actually gonna win us. But the way we dominated the Goodison, you know.
When
So-
last you
so-
watch a
so-
Merseyside Derby and actually watch that, see that Everton was in the game? It was you haven't seen it in a while, so that's why for me the performance might not have been the best, but there could have been a perfect opportunity for them to steal the game. So for me, it is like big up to Ancelotti and his team.
Yeah, nice. But let's just come on to a quick East Champions League and European week for us. Fabo was this morning. I had Vienna's, and the first time I thought to myself, Jesus, I used to eat Vienna's, and yeah, now my team is playing against Rapid Vienna. What the fuck has happened to my club? So I'll come on first and foremost with Dale. Big man, you got PSG tomorrow night. How are you feeling about that one?
Man, I was reading the team news. They have a few players out, my man, but they still have a few players that are available. So it's gonna be a tough one. I don't see United winning tomorrow. I honestly don't see United winning
We
tomorrow.
played home or away?
Away, they're playing
We're
in
playing
Paris.
away. We're playing in
At
Paris.
the Prince.
But the last time we went to Paris,
Hey.
Paris. I
Last time
honestly don't see United.
controversial.
You know, it's Zimbabwe, it's Neymar, it's Angel Di Maria. Icardi is out.
The card is out, the Marat is out.
Icardi is out, Verratti is out, Kerr is out, Bernat is out. So that helps a lot. It's their main players. But the fridge is out tomorrow night, which means we're opening up our back line. I don't know how Bailey's situation is going to look for tomorrow, but we have Lindelof there. I'm hoping Telles will be able to play tomorrow with Wan-Bissaka, but we cannot even control just a normal attacking team. You know, no skill, no flair. Tomorrow night is going to be a lot of that. It's going to remind me of the United and City in the League Cup, where our defense was in shambles. So I'm going for PSG win tomorrow. But like I said, the last time I went to Paris, I walked away with a victory. I'm just going to be honest. No United supporter can tell me that United's going to win tomorrow. I can just hope for the best. So I don't know if Cavani traveled with the team. Apparently, he did, according to the team news. Maybe it's just mind game set by the journalists and United staff, or whatever. But our backline, eh?
Is he clear to play? Isn't he under quarantine?
His quarantine ended on Sunday, so it is his first training session today.
Lovely. Davinno, you got Ajax. How do you feel about that one?
Our away record in the Champions League isn't so good in the group stages. So I don't have my hopes set high on that one. Thiago's is a doubt, might not play, but I wouldn't be too concerned actually for the game in the week against Ajax. If we can come away there with a draw, that will be bonus. But I have my mind more focused set on the weekend with the Prem.
Okay, fair enough. Fabo, we got Rapid VN. How are you feeling about that one? Chance to give some youngsters a go, maybe? Maybe your boy Ozil's not in the Europa League squad, so how do you feel about that one?
Look, Our treatment towards him is honestly crap. His point is going on now, like you said about that. This guy has dedicated his whole entire life to us. He had opportunities to leave us, but he's decided, now, brother, gonna stay. I don't care how much wages he's on per week. The fact is, we had a prime Ozil who clubs were fighting for, like proper fighting over, and he decided, nah, I'm gonna stay here with this team. You're in a phase where we haven't won a single trophy in 10 years. And Ozil came and Ozil changed it completely. So, as I said, we honestly gave him the short end of the stick. People is going on about Aubameyang this, Aubameyang that. No, Aubameyang gave his whole life for Arsenal. No, fuck that, man. Ozil gave his life to Arsenal, and how we now treating him is it's bullshit, really. All this over politics. So, not gonna go more into that. That is what it is. This is a perfect time. I think we should start Partey. Let him get used to playing with the team already. Get him out as much as possible. But as a motor, all you need to do is just set him free, let him run. He's going to pull those players. I don't care what's gonna happen. But it's a perfect time to see players that don't get as much game time. Perfect time for them to run out. Even our new goalkeeper as well. Let this brass stand. Let them actually see what it's all about.
Yeah, no, I agree. But we've come to the end of the show, gentlemen. Once again, I want to thank you guys for taking the time to come on. It's always nice talking to you guys. I must say, I feel much better now. Every time after we have our podcast, I feel it's like it's therapeutic. Am I the only one that feels? I feel much better after I speak to you guys. Like I just feel more relaxed at ease, and now my week can continue. And now on to the
It's
next
always
one.
nice to see. It's always nice to see your face. You know, when you send messages behind WhatsApp, you can hide behind the face. You know, and like I said at the beginning of this chat, none of you guys got the victory this weekend besides me.
Nah, well,
You guys said it's a familiar face, but he's gonna be a happy chappy.
Guys, let me enjoy my 4-1 victory.
You just need to win,
Yeah.
man. That's where Ole can stay. The longer Ole stays, the better it is for everyone.
Yeah, don't come here with your mind games. But guys, it's enough time for you to David and myself will enjoy the UEFA Champions League, and you guys are playing 11 o'clock on Thursday. So enjoy that.
Actually, 7 o'clock. Get it right.
Sorry?
7 o'clock, actually, to be exact. Get it
Yeah,
right.
7 o'clock. It's team news. You know, your team news is 2 hours on Thursday night football. It's a naughty league.
Oh, yeah.
No pre-game
But the
chat, so go straight into it.
Yeah, we'll enjoy it. But gents, thank you so much for coming on. It's been awesome. To all those viewing, like the thing, subscribe to the thing, share the thing, follow Devin, Fabo, Dale on their socials. It's your boy DVD, it's Big Man Dale, it's Fabo, it's Davinno, and we're out.
Shot, guys. Have a good one.
Shot, guys, man.